Few believe this tale, but it is fitting of our realm. Conflict is endless, and there hasn't been a king or upstart that doesn't claim to be one of the three warriors incarnate. They always promise the same thing: a war on tyranny. War is tyranny. It took my family, my village, my childhood. Outlaws!
Name a lady, the Baron's militia.
If we run into trouble, stand clear and enjoy the show.
So here I am, rolling from town to town, in search of a little coin from the pockets of those who would profit in these times.
Allow me to clear the way, milady. Another tight fit.
I can clear the way if you like. It's draftier than a blind mole rat's hide down here. Must be a hidden passage.
What sort of baron builds a dungeon under his bedchamber?
The kind we should rob quickly. Let's find the gold. The passage is too narrow. I'll find a way through for the rest of you. I can look after myself, thank you very much.
Rulers of the Realm is a pinball RPG mashup, and we realized very quickly that there were a lot of mechanics in role-playing games that lent themselves nicely to pinball mechanics. For example, ball size, because the larger a pinball is, the less likely it is to sewer, so it's a mechanic of defense.
What we really do is we take the kind of the best of pinball, that familiar gameplay, the simplicity of pinball, and blend it with the fun, engaging aspects of RPG, like story and character collection. We've got an epic story that is set into a pinball world, essentially.
We have the same kinds of physics that you're used to in a standard pinball game, where there's flippers and widgets and kickers and bumpers and all those things. But instead of just trying to rack up a high score by hitting specific targets, in this you have moving targets where enemies will come out onto the pinball playfield, and in some cases they will advance towards your flippers and actually attack them with ranged weapons. This causes flipper damage, which is something that you never see in traditional pinball.
We had a lot of fun with thinking of different ways we can create character through the mechanics of pinball. For example, we have our older knight character who's a bit of a drunk, so he starts off the game with sort of wobbly physics as he moves around, and slowly as he sobers up throughout the game, he becomes a more stable character to play with.
You know, our rogue character is super small and agile. She's got a higher degree of tilt or nudge, as we call it. Our knight character is heavy, and you know, he can knock down people, and you know, it's very fun having multiple characters that you can swap out on the fly.
The whole art style is based around these sorts of characterization. Really, we focused on the characters in terms of the art and let everything sort of fall in, because we felt character identification was the most important thing about this game.
The soundtrack is certainly about as cinematic as we could get. We're really happy with the audio team that provided that composition for us, and it's sort of that is really what we're trying to accomplish, is a cinematic look and feel wherever we can. So there's actually motion graphics cinematics before each major chapter of the game, and there's great little dialogue moments and banter between the characters.
It's fully voiced with actors that have great English accents and Cockney and Scottish accents. So we decided, okay, what serves as the biggest contrast to pinball? And that's what we strove for. We strove for something big and outrageous, and we think it makes a pretty fun mix.
As legend would have it, 3 great warriors were granted immortality and immense power with which to rule our land. Yet, as so often happens in our tales, an envious witch appeared. She cursed the 3 warriors and imprisoned them for eternity, slipping the land into endless conflict. Few believe this tale, but it is fitting of our realm. Conflict is endless, and there hasn't been a king or upstart that doesn't claim to be one of the 3 warriors incarnate. They always promise the same thing: a war on tyranny. You smell anything worth stealing, boy? Good day. Yoink. No! Please don't! No!
Your mutt stays with us.
Where did he take my dog?
Cross town into his territory. I'll take you, my lady.
We must go after them.
I will accompany anyone willing to stand up to the brute.
Are you gonna take Castle?
That's our intention.
Then I'll join.
Let's do it.
Few believe this tale, but it is fitting of our realm. Conflict is endless, and there hasn't been a king or upstart that doesn't claim to be one of the 3 warriors incarnate. They always promise the same thing: a war on tyranny. War is tyranny. It took my family, my village, my childhood. Excuse me?
I gave up family, home, for the honor of fighting in the name of the 3 warriors.
I am a keeper of charms and sworn protector of the realm of man.
A ragged lot. I'll wager someone here might know a thing or two about outlaws.
I don't disappoint. If we run into trouble, stand clear and enjoy the show.
We'll need to get to the leader of their pack.
You are not as clever as you think. Men, kill the girl.
You're coming with us. Cool it off!
Show some respect.
Come on, let's get to it. Few believe this tale, but it is fitting of our realm.
Conflict is endless. And there hasn't been a king or upstart that doesn't claim to be one of the three warriors incarnate. They always promise the same thing. A war on tyranny. War is tyranny. It took my family, my village, my childhood.
All right, that's enough. Taste my steel. Have at you.
Stay down, you fools!
Let's get to it.
Ancient, give me strength. So here I am, rolling from town to town, in search of a little coin from the pockets of those who would profit in these times.